a beautiful day to be out in the backyard, except I can't be in the backyard right now because I've got important errands to run. One of which is to pick up my dad and bring him to a medical appointment. And the other one is a personal journey, a little field trip into downtown Minneapolis. I'm going to check out the Lumber Exchange building. My wife's work is having a holiday event this coming Saturday, and it's going to be held at the Lumber Exchange Event Center. And I have an issue with heights and a little bit of claustrophobia feeling when I'm in the city. I enjoy the city in moderation, but I've just always felt a little uneasy because I don't spend a lot of time there and don't acclimate there a lot, especially when it comes to having to enter a building and end up in an elevator and on a higher floor, and I have issues. So I'm going to try to do an early acclimating visit here so that I can determine whether or not I go with my wife to her company's holiday party. Okay, 3rd Avenue South. Made it downtown, no problem. Downtown Minneapolis. Okay, so the Lumber Exchange building was like one of the first skyscrapers in Minneapolis. I don't know how many floors it is, but it was built in 1885. But now it's used for business and events because it's kind of interesting and exposed brick and so a lot of weddings. I think I've been there before. In an earlier life of mine, I was a wedding videographer. That was part of my journey to being a filmmaker. But so yeah, I got to go downtown here quite a bit, and sometimes it was okay, and sometimes I was very nervous about where I ended up. Get it? Ended up. I've got to be careful not to hit pedestrians. This fella's got, oh my God, that was just not really cool, man. Okay, all right. Oh, there it is. I can see the Lumber Exchange building. And now, at this light, a block away, I got to figure out where the hell I'm going to park. This is just for a short stop. I like this part of Minneapolis, actually. The Hennepin Bridge is right down there. There's a big grain belt sign. Somebody get a shot of that. Get it. I guess I'm all by myself. Okay, so I parked right in front of Murray's. Always wanted to eat there. Murray's steak and cocktails. Never have. Let's move on. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. There's a YouTuber on the sidewalk. YouTuber on the sidewalk in Minneapolis. Okay, that's the Lumber Exchange building. Right next to this parking lot with a very cool Bob Dylan painting mural on it. Cool, man. All right, let's head in. Okay, so I came in and I had to go up a little bit of stairs just to get on the first floor. But where I need to go is on the 3rd floor. See, I came up with these stairs right here. That's where I came in, so I know that I can get down from right here, but this is still the 1st floor. So I'm gonna see if I can climb up 2 floors. We'll see. This is a skyway. Can't go that way. Oh, look at the beautiful designs and stuff in here. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go into the elevator. You see, from 3 up to 11 or 10 or something, it's hollow atrium, which I just don't like buildings like that. So you get out of an elevator and you are basically on an inside balcony, and I I don't like that. But the third floor is sort of like the bottom of that. But I still couldn't get in the elevator. I've been having too many dreams lately where I'm in elevators and I don't have control as to where they're going to end up. So, didn't mean for this to be like a Fudd's anxiety trip to the city. But now I'm going to have to process this without recording myself and feel various emotions while I think about it and head on to pick up my dad, get him to his appointment on time, and contemplate where we go from here. So, of course, everything turned out just fine in the end. I went to the party with my wife and quickly acclimated to the lumber exchange building and wasn't anxious at all. Had a fine time at the party, and it was great. And as what usually happens, I'm left feeling a little stupid about getting so anxious about it, but I couldn't also go without mentioning that on that very same day that I decided to take a trip into downtown Minneapolis and check out the lumber exchange building, it turned out to be the same day that earlier in the morning the federal immigration agents had shot a woman, and didn't find out about it until a day later, and subsequently over the last few weeks it's been a heavy world having to deal with that. And sometimes we think about our own lives and projects like Fudd's backyard, and sometimes we feel a little small compared to the big currents of world events and all that. My documentary work certainly gives me a sense that I'm helping out with something bigger in as far as the scope of world problems and all that, but at least I know for me, I think it's important to cultivate a life that, with the people and the space you have to nurture and take care of. And of course, nature, and trying to be a part of it and part of the balance is what gives me a good sense of grounding. So I'm just going to stick with that as best I can. At any rate, that's enough philosophizing from Fudd. Thanks for hanging out with me, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.